Good day all. I hope you're safe and sound. Safe from all the calamities around the world and the Chinese Wuhan virus. I've been, with respect to my last lecture, as I have been getting loads of queries regarding from all the parents and their wards, as from all the aspiring students from 12th standard and even graduates, as they have the zeal to join the Merchant Navy. And that's actually what inspired me, because of the aspiring candidates, that I should do something to impart the genuine, authentic information so that they do not get disguised. With reference to my last lecture number 32, I had given a complete appraisal to all my audiences as far as the initial eligibility is concerned. I'll just recap for a few seconds that 12th standard aspiring student has to be with PCM, physics, chemistry, maths, plus English, and the aggregate as stated by the IMU should be 60%, but in my humble opinion advice, you should try to procure more than that. And the minimum criteria for English is 50. It better be more than that if it is possible. I said in my last lecture that the two streams through which an aspiring candidate can join Merchant Navy for the deck side is one is the DNS, that is the Diploma in the Nautical Science. The second is the BSc Nautical Science. Today I'm going to elaborate more on the DNS. Once I complete with the DNS lecture, then I will start with the BSc Nautical Science. All the things like how a student can, or an aspiring candidate can join the Merchant Navy through IMU. So let's begin, ladies and gentlemen. This is my lecture number 32, part 2, because the first one was part 1, under the banner of Marine Quest Solutions. So Marine Quest Solutions, I would ask you guys to please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can get the latest update. Part 1 was the previous one, part 2 is this one, and this is under lecture number 33. So how to join Merchant Navy? We'll resume from here. We were talking about the DNS, the Diploma in Nautical Science. Now, after the candidate is eligible, what is the modus operandi? I'm talking about that. The program offered by the IMU under the UG, that is the undergraduate program. It is basically for 1 year in IMU and its campus. And its campuses are located in Chennai and Navi Mumbai. Furthermore, the program offered by the affiliated institutes of IMU, there are 10 IMU institutes all over India. 10 IMU institutes all over India, which are not IMU, I correct myself, there are 10 IMU affiliated institutes all over India, which are governed by the IMU. But the IMU has its two campuses which are autonomous, and the IMU are in Chennai and Navi Mumbai. Now, coming to this point, I'll repeat myself again. Programs offered by the affiliated institutes of IMU. There are 10 IMU affiliated institutes all over India. Now, there is something which we need to talk about. Of course, there is a modus operandi of CET which one has to appear. We'll talk about from that point of view. Right now I've shown you or talked about the hierarchy from the IMU and the affiliated institutes. I'm not going to name them. You can, for details, please check the prospectus, because I'm not here to advertise any institute and be prejudiced against anyone. Therefore, admission to the, this is what we talked about. Now, the admission to the DNS affiliated institutes are only open to the ship-owned companies and the ship management companies which qualify under the IMU, the CET for the UG program. In other words, the admission to the DNS affiliated institutes are only to be sponsored. Actually, it means, reading between the lines, it should be sponsored either by the ship owner or by the ship management companies. Now that's where the catch is. So I would ask you to go through the prospectus in details. You have any doubts, please do contact me on my YouTube channel. Ask me the queries and questions. I will explain you in details furthermore. Now, so I repeat again this particular statement. Admission to the DNS affiliated institutes are only open to the ship-owned companies and the ship management companies which are going to sponsor the candidate through the IMU after he or she has cleared the CET. Therefore, the procedure for the CETs, it is online CET exam for the UG undergraduate trainees. So this online exam has to be qualified by all the candidates before he could think of being sponsored by any of the ship owner or the shipping companies. Now, once the candidate has cleared the CET as far as the undergraduate, because the DNS is for the undergraduate, that is the diploma in the nautical science. When we talk about undergraduate, are 12th, 10 plus 2 standard or 12 standard passed candidates or aspiring candidates. Now, what are the questions, what types of syllabi is there? That's what we are going to talk about. That is for the CET, Common Entrance Test, what all are the syllabi, what is the syllabi and what all are the subjects. So, for the online CET, the number of questions which are asked, 200 questions, they are multiple choice questions. So there are 200 multiple choice questions, and from what all syllabi it could be asked for, that's what we are going to talk about. Syllabus: English, General Aptitude, Physics, Chemistry and Mathematics, and 12th grade plus 12th grade or plus 2 intermediate equivalent. That means the syllabi for all these subjects, I repeat, English, General Aptitude, Physics, Chemistry and Mathematics will be from 12th grade plus 2 intermediate or equivalent institutional standard from the autonomous accredited university by the CBSE. So, once the candidate qualifies, upon qualification of the CET, IMU thereafter issues the rank certificate. Now, what is this rank certificate? This rank certificate states, basically endorses that the candidate has qualified the CET and the rank certificate is issued, which is valid for that particular session, which we'll talk about in next 1 or 2 lines. So, I repeat again, upon qualification of the CET, IMU issues the rank certificate, which is essential for the admission to the IMU courses and the affiliated institutes. This is what it is, very important. This rank certificate, which is issued by the IMU, once the candidate qualifies for the CET, which is essential before you seek the admission to the IMU courses and or its affiliated institutes all over India. Therefore, once this rank certificate is procured, remember the rank certificate also has a validity. The validity is there particularly for a particular academic session. In other words, as what we stated earlier in my first, that is 32nd lecture on the DNS, that IMU conducts these CETs twice a year. Once, as per the latest prospectus, is in the month of August, and once in the February. So please keep your eyes open and keep checking for online prospectus, because there may be some amendments due to COVID constraints. Sometimes they do lots of other remote things. So please keep your sight, your all these things in your sight and vision, so that you are online and you are always at par with what is happening for all the aspiring candidates. Therefore, just to sum it up again, to ensure that I have not missed out anything and my followers understand it clearly. For the DNS program, Diploma in Nautical Science, program by the IMU, and the IMU campuses are in two places in India, Chennai and Navi Mumbai. The programs offered by the affiliated institutes of IMU, there are 10 IMU affiliated institutes all over India. Now here the thing what I've written here is catch what I said earlier also. The sponsorship has to be there. That is after the candidate has cleared his or her CET and thereafter he or she has obtained the rank certificate, then he or she has to have a sponsorship by the ship owner or the management to get the admission in the IMU affiliated institutes. And last but not the least, the rank certificate, which is essential, as I said earlier, endorsing myself, is essential for the admission to the IMU courses and affiliated institutes, has a validity for that particular session. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, this particular series, what I'm imparting, could be of some help, because I'm getting lots of calls from the parents and the aspiring students. And then I thought, let me go through the whole details, infrastructure and study, and then impart the information on my YouTube. The next lecture will also be about the DNS, where we will sum up the whole modus operandi. I'm doing it step by step so that people can grasp better. And the next lecture will be the sum up of the DNS. Thereafter, I'll impart the BSc Nautical Science. Again, I urge you guys to please like, subscribe my YouTube channels. Also press the bell icon so that you get the update. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.